Hello, this is Brian. Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2019, and I am in the Elsinore Mountains, which comprises sub-range of the Santa Ana Mountains. I am in far western Riverside County, about 10 miles from Lake Elsinore. Hence the name Elsinore Mountains. Yeah, these mountains are a small sub-range of the Santa Anas, and they mostly run just to the southeast of the Santa Ana Mountains. You can see some of the hills over there in the distance. That's the main crest of the Santa Ana Mountains. I can barely see it, but Santiago Peak's over there, the highest point in Orange County, and the Santa Ana Mountains. And then there's Trabuco Peak over there. And I'm near a small summit that I've been to a couple times before. It's a very short hike. Got out at work at 1. It's probably about 2:30 right now, maybe about 2:15 in the afternoon. Glorious day. Absolutely stupendous air out here. Clear, cool, nice. It's an awesome fall day here in the Santa Ana / Elsinore Mountains. And this up here is Elsinore Peak. It's the second highest point in the Elsinore Mountain sub-range. It's 3,575 feet. I believe it's maybe about a quarter to a half mile hike up. So it's either probably about 3/4 of a mile to a mile round trip hike. Only a couple hundred feet of gain, it's not much. I'm parked right here on South Main Divide Road. This leads over towards Ortega Hwy, in other words, California 74, which can take you to Lake Elsinore or San Juan Capistrano in Orange County. Elsinore Peak is a pretty well-known landmark here. Of course, you can see why. There's an array of communication equipment up there. Probably didn't even need to bother bringing the backpack. I got 2 water bottles in here just to keep with me. So the high point here is 3,575 feet. The highest point in the Elsinore Mountains is actually called, well, it's known by a couple names. It's sometimes known as the Elsinore Mountains High Point, and it's unofficially called San Mateo Peak because it overlooks the San Mateo Canyon Wilderness. And you can access that from the Morgan Trailhead and connect up with the San Mateo Peak Trail. San Mateo Peak is going to be over that way, just to the west-northwest of here, and that's 3,591 feet. Trying to think if this is my third. I believe this is my third time up here. My first time was in December of 2016. No, May of 2016. Came up here once in May of 2016 on a glorious, beautiful day that day too. Came up here in December 2016. I don't think I've been here since then. Well, I believe this is my third time up here. Finally got a break in the Santa Ana winds and the really hot weather we've been experiencing in the coastal side of Southern California. It's been ridiculous. Up here it's probably about maybe 60 degrees. Nice and cool. It's refreshing out. Yeah, there's definitely a nice coolness in the air. Like I said, it's a very short walk, and for people who are very obsessed about summit high points, the high point is outside of the fence. So, whoop-dee. There are some survey survey markers or little reference markers from the USGS up there. I believe it's the USGS. Now we're looking down towards, is it Rancho Capistrano? I'm not sure the name of that community. That's a little bit down from here. But driving to here, you're going south on South Main Divide Road. So if you're coming from Elsinore, you're going to turn left on the South Main Divide. It's paved. It's not like Main Divide is just north of Blue Jay Campground, where it's basically four-wheel drive vehicles only. But it's pretty easy to get here. You pass through a little community called Rancho Capistrano. Small little community. You pass through some nice oak woodlands driving up here, and some beautiful chaparral. Hazy. The onshore flow brought in patchy clouds today. But this area of the Elsinore Mountains has obviously a lot of disturbed soil. You can tell by all the dry invasive grasses. But you can see patches of buckwheat, you can see chamois chaparral, birch-leaf surf carpus. Now these larger shrubs are bigberry manzanitas, which are fairly frequent here in this area. You'll pass by a fair amount of bigberry manzanita on the way here in the car. Like I said, it's a very short walk. Very easy, quick walk up an old service road. I don't think this peak gets visited a lot, except by people who work at the facility up there at the top. But yeah, I believe it's my third time up here. It's very nice. Once you're at the top, the views open up to the Inland Empire pretty nicely. And you should be able to see a bigger chunk of the Santa Ana Mountains. Up here. Been up in this area in May 2016. Even though it was a drought year, a lot of good wildflowers in this area. So there's a lot to see. Lots of beautiful plants here that bloom. Look over there to the right of the facility. You can see a little mound. That's where the high point's going to be. So it's a very short walk. Very quick way to summit a peak when you don't have a lot of time. Especially to drive out to the Angeles or San Bernardino National Forests. I'm not a very fast hiker, so somebody who's fast. Get up here from Main Divide in about 7-8 minutes. So there's the mount. Right up there is where the actual high point of Elsinore Peak is. Give myself a minute to catch my breath. Kind of walking too fast. Well, let's see. See if I can make it up there. I always keep my clips less than 15 minutes. So, you notice I divide my hikes up into mini series because I don't have a so-called verified account on YouTube. So I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Haven't figured out how to work all that. Almost there. Just gotta stop for a minute. Just doing it too fast. Almost there. Whew. I haven't hiked this fast in a long time. Here we are, Elsinore Peak. Summit. Whew. It's fast as walking. Before the 15-minute mark. Nice views from up here. St. Bernardino over there. St. Gabriel's. There, the Santa Ana, the higher portion. Here's one of the reference markers. So, nice peak. It's the third time I've been up here. It's like somebody's coming up the road. Oh well. Get to Mescal Valley, Lake Elsinore. There's a small use trail that goes down over there. Well, I'll see you on the next adventure.